Hello, lovely people. Welcome to another episode of Backstage with Fred. I am in Amsterdam right now for Laracon EU. Yes, folks, I'm doing many programming languages because, TinyMCE supports so many languages and framework out there. And there's just a talk that finished right now. There's people uploading. Unfortunately, they're not uploading me. They're uploading the speakers. A lot of great talks. Yeah, a lot of great talks right now. As you can see probably on my face, it is sunny Amsterdam right now. I'm just happy to be here. As you know, I say that all the time. I live in Canada, so right now, it's winter. It's super cold with snow. Amsterdam is beautiful. This is my first time here, so I'm going to take a day or two to visit being a tourist. But right now, we're at Laracon EU. And that's the premises of the show. It's a non-perfect show. There is noise, there's music. I'm at a conference. There's a lot of music, so hopefully you're going to be able to hear us. But I'm with Alex. Who are you? First question for you.
I'm Alex Kyriakidis. I know it's difficult to pronounce last name. It's Greek. And I'm the founder of BitterBrains. Most people know us for Vue School and certificates.dev.
I like that. So, because most people know you because of Vue School, that would be my first question. It's a brand that, if you are a front-end developer, Vue School, but there's a lot of people that are not front-end developers. So I'm just curious, what is Vue School and how did Vue School started as a company?
That's a good question. The company started back when Vue.js was very new, and the company started also because Vue.js was so great and easy to use. So I was a tech lead back in the day. I think it was about 2015, and I was a Laravel developer. I was really good at Laravel. Laravel was it's such a great framework. Always has been. It's very easy to spin up a new project. Everything is available ad hoc. You can add libraries. You can have authentication, performance, security. Everything you can do so easily. But I was really bad with the front end. The front end always I found very challenging, especially with AngularJS back in the day.
Yeah.
So I would rely a lot in my team, in the front end guys to make complete applications. But we were always ahead with the backend. We had all of the functionality, which it should be the slower part, you would think. Yeah. But actually, we had all of the backend functionality ready, and we always waited for the front end to catch up and release. So I wanted to learn and be able to contribute and help them and be faster, but that wouldn't work because it was just so complex and so different from Laravel that you kind of have the great API, the models and everything. So one day I found Vue.js. It was version 0 point something.
Oh wow! Okay.
And I see the API and I'm it looks magical. It's as easy as Laravel even. It makes so much sense, it clicked to me. And in a couple of hours, I would be able to make a UI that our front-end team would make in a couple of weeks. And I was a back-end developer. So I'm that's the future. That's how front-end development should be. And I asked the team to learn Vue.js and let's switch everything to that. And then quickly we found a blocker that there were no resources to learn it. There were no books or schools or courses whatsoever. I just learned initially by mingling around with the source code, found some niche videos, and at this point I decided I should quit my job and focus on teaching people Vue.js because that will be the future. That will make so many developers' lives easier. Using that tech stack, and that's how I started with the books. I wrote the first books on Vue.js.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, back in the day, and Vue.js started picking up. People were very hesitant in the beginning because Vue.js was a one-man show. It was all made by Evan Hugh. And the competition, Angular was from Google, and Facebook had React. So a lot of people thought that we were a bit crazy, Alex, why would you, just bet everything in this one-man framework? But it was just so good that it made sense. As Vue was picking up, just because it was a great framework, they started having a community. We created something that was good, and people were asking for more and more material. After the books and knowing the foundations, they wanted to level up and do more complete projects and have more resources. And that's how I started Vue School with the Vue.js masterclass. Initially, it was just one mega course teaching everything for on the core of Vue.js. and then the rest is history. Like from there, everything we built, we made it for our community of Vue developers. Every couple of years, we will release new platforms. We have mastering Next, we have mastering Pinia. We work with all of the Vue core team and a lot of like open source creators, like to create content together. Like we support many of the creators and maintainers financially, and we have created a full ecosystem of services for the Vue ecosystem. And since a couple of years ago, we also expanded into the full front end and Laravel developers as of today. We launched the Laravel exams this morning.
Yeah, congratulations! That's great. I didn't know about that.
Thank you.
I love the story. It's a great story because I've always been like a full stack developer, but a little more of a back-end person. So I always struggle also with front end. I mean, like I can build things, but I struggle to make them pretty and make them nice. So when I used to be like a full-time software developer, it was well known in my team that like I could build the functionalities, but someone has to go after me to make it nicer and better for the users. But like I'm old, so it was way pre-Vue, way pre-Angular, way pre all those frameworks, so it was a little, I guess, harder. So I love that. And I know it was prior for me joining TinyMCE, but we have a course on Vue School with TinyMCE.
Yeah.
So yeah, if people want to try it, I mean, I need to go look at it because we support Vue.js with TinyMCE. I am not a Vue.js developer. I was more in the time with like Angular, recently doing a little more React, but I want to learn Vue.js, so I'm gonna go on Vue School and like take a couple of courses and learn more about Vue.js.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you will love it. Like if you're already like a seasoned developer and with like familiar with other technologies, Vue.js I think it just makes sense. It's like a natural API. I think it has the smoothest learning curve. And it works really well with TinyMCE. We have used it like many times internally, and a lot of people in our community use it. And I think that was great how we partnered many years ago actually. Like we started this partnership, like we have done a lot of things with TinyMCE, like at our events, like we have speakers from your
that's
from your
great.
side.
I didn't know because I joined TinyMCE like 7 months ago, so a lot of things happened obviously before I joined. So that's pretty good. So last question for you, because you are between the both of us, you are the expert when it comes to Vue.js. Just curious, like for developers that are starting to do front end, or they're just curious to learn not a new framework because like Vue exists for a while, but like that wants to learn something that they do not know, like what is Vue or why should they care about Vue.js versus other frameworks or other like language out there?
That's a good question. Like Vue.js is a front-end framework, but at the same time it's a front-end library. By the mean, like if you already have an application that it's up and running and you need to add some interactivity, you can drop it in any page. It's also like versatile, so that you can import only a couple of functions, like if you need computed properties or you want to add interactive components, listen and stuff like that, you can use it in that way as well. And I think the main reason why you would care, especially if you are not a front-end developer already, is because of how smooth the learning curve is and how easy it is to pick up the API. It used to be object-based. That was also really, really good for beginners. And with the composition API, it's still very easy to get going with it. Like that you understand what parts you want to make active, connect your inputs, the UI, and create very nice user experiences. And it's called progressive because you can also use it to build full-blown apps. You can make single-page applications. You can make server-side rendered apps. Like there's a lot of frameworks like Next as well, and Quasar that let you also make mobile apps. And you can make anything you need in the front end. Like as soon as you have a database or a backend, or even if you use a service Superbase, you can give it a face. You can give it interactivity very quickly. And with an API that it makes sense. Once you give it a read, then you kind of already know how to use it. That I think it's quite different with other frameworks that you need to understand more architectural stuff and be more like a seasoned JavaScript developer to to pick the same pace, let's say.
Yeah, no, that was my understanding. As I said, I didn't really use Vue because, life and there's so many things to do, so I didn't have the chance. I want to learn it a little more, so I'm going to spend time on it, but my understanding is like it was easier to get started with Vue versus, let's say, Angular and React, because like the time to understand it, the time to be able to like produce something is just faster and easier, so I like that. So
awesome. I would love to hear your feedback once you use it, like if you make a video, or like if you just want to talk, I would love to hear how you find Vue.
I will do. I like that. I appreciate that. Surely I will do. So thanks for your time. That was a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely.
And folks, see you for the next Backstage with Fred.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Bye, everyone.